Hey, yo, it's Guido. Welcome back to Tactics Talk. Thanks for tuning in. And I am continuing on as we work through the maps and start to learn how 1.0 is affecting gameplay. I have a Fjords game for you. It's a 5-10. I have spawned over on the east side of Fjords. That is how you pronounce it, just so you know. Don't tell me it's Fjords. It's Fjords. And we're going to head up north. That's enough of that ridiculousness. We'll just zoom ahead here, and we are headed up to the north area, up in the northeast, which is where lights and mediums would typically go. I have not fought down on the corner yet in the southwest. Let's see what I'm doing with my camera as I move up. You can see that the scenery is actually pretty cool. This is one of the cooler maps as far as scenery goes. This really looks like you're in a deep valley along here. What's interesting is this is one of the few maps that doesn't look as open as it did before, I guess. You got this big waterfall falling down here and whatnot. What we're going to find when we get up to the top here and start to move around the corner is it gets kind of interesting over here. There were some spider tank spots along here. Some spider tank spots on the left that have kind of been removed. You can still come up and over that side, but it doesn't look like there's any trees there to hide in like there used to be. So I'm going to actually come around here, and this is very different than it was right here. It looks like both sides more or less have the same ability to get into this kind of hold down spot here, and I'm over here on this one, and play peek-a-boom across this area here. What I'm not sure about is whether this arty can reach over and hit them, but I believe that I am vulnerable to their arty, because if you look at my gun line, any arty over here is going to be able to hit me. So it looks like, even though this looks kind of like an even kind of brawling area here, I don't really see the ability of our arty to get to them at all. You know, he's hiding behind that rock right there. That was a little strange to me, but I see these 25T. A hard time getting my gun on him. He's hiding up in this corner, which doesn't seem like a great spot. There you go, and there's the arty hammering me right away. This 25T is going to realize pretty quickly that he does not really want to be there. And he makes a run for it. Oh look, another artillery hit me. Not sure whether it was going after me or my friend. Whack, I get hit again. So I've been hit by the WT and the 140. And the WT, turns out, he's all the way over here. So this is already a little bit different. You can see that it's kind of narrow here, but you can be shot by guys down here. And this is this area where all those guys are right there. Let's move the gun line. So we're taking fire from here and up on this little hill right here, which is now you can get up on it and drive around it. See, there's a road that goes around this corner. I'll show you that a little while later. But it used to be that you could come down here and have shots down into this area. And you might be able to do that from up here, but it is quite narrow in here. You've got this rock area here that I'm going to then use to take a shot on him and kind of side scrape out. So lost a lot of hit points getting in there. See the Emil 2 is over there, the Skoda. They're all hanging out down that way. Trying to go after that WZ. Looks like the bug is there that's not showing who I have lit up when I put my cursor on it. Yeah, that's a bummer. Can't really see that I'm lighting guys up or highlighting them. Now there is a ridge there. You see the Emil is taking his turret down below it. So is the WZ. So they've moved forward behind a ridge. That's what I was talking about earlier. That hill that didn't used to be. Well, you could get up there, but it was a bit of a climb. It was kind of a mountain goat thing. You can see this WZ is actually just driven right up on top there. So that's going to be something that bears watching. That's quite a bit different. Just the turret of the T-50-51, I'm able to take him down. WZ is up there. I'm just going to shoot into where he was last. And they really stacked a lot of tanks up right there, so that's not really something you would see a lot of in the past. Yeah, and you can't see that I'm actually highlighting that guy. And then I get a big ping spike there up to 300. It's kind of dancing around a little bit. And now it's time to push in. This is clean up on aisle 2 time. There's the bat chat that's swung around the corner there. So we're coming around the corner here. Like I said, we're going to see what's going on with the bat chat. Had a little glitch in my recording there. It stopped on me right about there, so I had to restart from this point. And we're going to drive in here, and you can see that this entire area here is very barren. There used to be quite a few bushes and rocks to fight in amongst here, and there is just nothing, just a huge killing field. What you're going to see, though, is a lot of bushes along here. And if you look over on this side, it looks like some bushes here. We'll have to look into that a little while later. There's some rocks here to hide and fight behind, but there doesn't seem to be the same kind of bush line that you see right here. So that is a little bit interesting. Coming out then from this northeast corner and spilling out into this open area is probably going to be quite dangerous, especially if there's a bunch of campers here. On this particular game, you can see how many of their guys pushed up here. Just for whatever reason, we're trying to fight around this corner. I don't think that's going to be a meta move right there, so don't take too much from that. But you can see then what you're looking at when you come around all these corners. And as we pass here then, you can see that this juts out, so hiding back here and poking around and seeing what's going on as a player. That looks like maybe some positions for scouts along here, maybe to look and see anything moving along down right there. Now as we go by this big ridge, the WZ-111 got up there, and you can see there's now a road that goes up to the top. And the way you get up there is around this corner, and it's right there. So that road turns around, does a switchback, and gets up on top there. Now we've got this JT pushing in, so I'll put some paint on him. One shot, he's not really going to look at me, so he gets hammered. Come back forward when I reload, we'll take him down. I'm looking at the 103 thinking, oh man, don't shoot me. Is he looking at me? No, he's looking at the bat jet. Thank you very little. Oh, nope, hit the building, I guess, right there. Wait for the zoom in, and we'll take a shot on him. And now we'll start moving around. So we head over. We're going to head over towards their cap. You'll see how that's different. You can see this bowl, this pit, is not nearly as bad as it used to be. There's that road that goes up top. That'll be interesting to see how that plays out, whether it's important or not. The WZ was up there, and I did have shots on him from all the way up here, so just beware if you go up there. That could be an issue, plus artillery is probably going to hammer you, and I don't know what the sniper spot over here sees as far as looking up on that top, so that'll be a point for later. We're coming down here. You can see that this portion of the map is considerably different, a lot flatter right there. The Type 5's on a corner where you can hide behind some rocks. This is similar as far as a road right through the middle. And it's going to open up here. We can go left down to the heavy brawling area. There's a building up there. I'm wondering even if there's a way to get up there. That will be interesting. I don't necessarily see anything because this is all black, right? This one looks like it's in play, but you've got the black color around the stuff that's theoretically out of play. Whether there's a way to mount and go up that or not, I don't know. This is very different. That kind of thing was not there. When we come around the corner, you'll see that there are no buildings. There used to be a church, I think there used to be a building here. There's one little building up here. You gotta watch me kill Artie because that's always fun. And down he goes. So at least as far as this spawn goes, I didn't take a lot of time to look at the other spawn. It looked relatively similar, but this one's quite a bit different. I would say in general about this map is the general shape of it is very similar, but the details are a lot different. In fact, it's diverged a lot more than the other maps that I've seen. Erlenberg comes to mind. Erlenberg has really been changed. It's still called Erlenberg, but it's very, very different. I don't see the meta necessarily changing too hard on this one. Like I've said before, that all remains to be seen. It's got to develop and see what's going on. I can't really predict that into the future too far. But from what I've seen so far, it looks more or less meta similar. It's the micro positioning within certain areas that is a little bit different. And of course the look of it is quite a bit different as far as the details, especially if you look at this cap and just consider what used to be here. Alright, that's all I got, guys. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you learned something. If you did, make sure you subscribe, and we will see you.